Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nyma for those of you that are new here. If you're not, welcome back. So today I'm just going to be getting ready with you guys. I'm going to show you guys the new Dior Skin Forever Fluid Foundation. This is what it looks like right here. I have the last three shades. These are the matte ones. It comes in two different formulas. This is the matte formula and then this is the glow formula. I'm going to be trying both of them on each side of my face today. I've already tried out this foundation for a while now because this video is sponsored by Dior. I'm going to go ahead and jump us straight into this video. You guys hear my dogs, they're being hella disrespectful and running around outside and barking, so if you guys hear them, I'm sorry. I'm giving you guys a quick warning. I have the 9N in both the matte foundation and the glow finish, so I'm just going to use one on both sides of my face. I have already tried this foundation, like I said, for a while now because I've had it for a hot minute because I needed to test it out before I did this video for you guys. I'm going to show you guys what the foundation claims to do really fast. This foundation is a medium to full coverage foundation that remains flawless for up to 24 hours in a radiant finish with SPF 35. So I'm going to give you guys a flash test just to make sure we check out that SPF because that's where a lot of foundations can go wrong, especially with flash photography. Overall, the complexion appears more radiant, youthful, and refined, and it protects the skin from daily exposure to sun and pollution. And the reason why it says it's refined is because it has this poreless effect that makes the skin texture appear more refined and it tightens the pores. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this on my face. This is the, oh, how about you prime your face first? That would be nice. I'm gonna go in and prime my face first. I'm gonna use the Honest Beauty Everything Primer. This primer is nice because it mattifies without drying out your skin, which I am all about. I'm just gonna apply the glow finish on this side. And then I'll go in with the matte finish on this side. Let's blend that in. I already did my brows. I don't know. This is the second time in a row that I've done my brows off camera, so I don't know if I'm getting over the brows before foundation, the brows after foundation life. I don't know. Maybe I'm going through a phase. I'm just blending this in. This foundation kind of reminds me of the Dior Backstage. Not the formula because the Backstage is a lot more matte, but the color of the Backstage, I actually really liked the Dior Backstage foundation shade, and this kind of reminds me of that. Looks really pretty. And a little goes a long way. This is just one pump of both, and I didn't even use it all. For the matte side, I'm just gonna go in. The matte side tends to give you just a little bit more coverage, just a tad though, than the more dewy side, and I think it's because of the matte finish of the foundation. It tends to just give you a tad bit more coverage. I think that's how all matte finish foundations are though. For some reason, the dewy finish foundations seem to be a little bit more sheer than a matte finish. I feel like it's a good in-between satin matte finish. Can you guys tell the difference? See how it's just a little bit more glowy on this side. It's not super matte. That's why I said it's still kind of a satin matte finish for me because I still see a little bit of glow coming through. But then on this side, it's definitely dewy, like definitely glowy. And then to conceal, I'm gonna use the shade 8N. And I'm just gonna use that in the high points of my face, like underneath my eyes, on my chin. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend that out. I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes with this Dior Forever and Ever Control. My first time using this was actually yesterday, and I was kind of surprised by it. Very surprised by it. It's translucent, and it literally is translucent. So I'm just gonna dust that. And I'm just gonna use my Joe Blasco setting powder to carve out my cheeks. I'm just gonna do something really simple on the eyes. I'm gonna use my Color Drain Beauty Rest palette. You guys know how much I love this palette. This is my everyday love palette. I'm going into the shade Nighty Night, which is this brown shade, and then I'm gonna go into the shade Beauty Rest with this, which is this red shade. Patting that in onto the upper part of my lid. And then I'm gonna take the shade Dusk. I'm gonna put that more on the crease, like right in that socket area, and then blend it out. So I'm going into this shade right here in this Dior Provoke palette, and I'm gonna use that on the outer part of my eye just to deepen the crease a little bit. I don't want it too smoky, just like daytime smoky, because it's early in the morning. Then I'm gonna go into this shade right here. It's just a really soft pink shimmer shade, and I'm just gonna put that on the lid. For mascara, I'm gonna use the Dior Show Pump and Volume Mascara. This mascara kind of puts out too much if you squeeze it too much, so if you do, just like get the excess off like this. Because I have noticed that I think I've over pumped it a few times and it just kind of looks a little too messy. I'm going in with this Dior blush in the shade 999. It's this really red rosy blush, but it has a little bit of shimmer to it, so I'm going to use a smaller, more precise brush than I'm normally using. Just because of the shimmer, you just need to be able to control it a little bit more. If you guys have a shimmery blush and you just feel like it gets all over the place and kind of looks crazy, use a smaller brush, like almost like a highlighting brush, and it'll help you control it a little bit more. And then for highlight, of course, there's no way I could have done this video without using my favorite highlighter. It's the Dior Nude Air Luminizer. I have it in the shade Bronze Glow, as always. You guys know how much I love this highlighter. This is actually my very first one, and I still have all of that still left. I barely even scratched the surface, considering how much I use it, but there's no way I could have done this video without this one. She's a banger. My favorite part to highlight in my whole face is my brow bone. Oh, it just looks so good. I feel like I wait the entire application process just to get to this point and highlight my brow bone. I just lined my lips with a little brown liner, and then I'm just gonna pop on this Dior Addict Lip Lacquer Stick in the shade Tease, and it's just a pinky shade. Okay, I can get down with that. Okay, so this is pretty much the final look with both foundations on both sides of my face. The glowy side is on this side, giving you nice and glowy finish. And then this side is the matte side. You can tell that certain parts of my face that don't have the highlighter are a little bit more matter than the other side of my face. Usually I don't go for a matte finish because some matte finishes are, first of all, way too full coverage, especially if they don't match my skin tone. And then also they are just too drying on my face and make my skin look dry and just tired, you know? This is not my first time filming this part of the video. I actually filmed the entire video yesterday and I had absolutely zero audio on it. So I was like really upset about that. That's like the worst thing that can happen, is having no audio. You have footage but with no audio. So instead of doing a voiceover style, I wanted to go ahead and just redo it so you guys can actually see how it looks on my face. You guys can see me talking about it as I apply it. So I do have an 8-hour wear test from last night, and I'll go ahead and show you guys those side by side. This one right here is the first time I applied it, and then this one right here is the wear test after 8 hours. It actually held up really nicely. I love the glowy finish side. That is my jam. You know, you guys already know that is where I'm gonna be at. I feel like the matte's gonna be more for me in the summertime when it's not as cold and I don't need as much moisture in my face, because my skin does tend to dry out a lot in the winter. I know you guys are gonna ask me what lipstick I was wearing yesterday, so I have them here for you guys. I was wearing the the Rouge Dior lipstick in 999, and then I topped it off with the gloss. This gloss is everything, okay? This gloss is what made it super, super shiny. Let me see. It's the Dior Addict Lacquer Plump in the shade J'adore. These two together are what gave me that super juicy red lip. I know you guys are gonna ask about it, so I'm not even gonna make you guys look for it in the description. I have them right here, but if you do want to go ahead and get them, I'll have them in the description down below. That is pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you again to my Dior family for sponsoring today's video. If you guys haven't checked out the new Dior Forever Foundations, there's definitely something in there for those of us that have more dry skin and those of us that enjoy more of a matte finish. If you've already tried this foundation, let me know down below what you guys think about it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Make sure you turn on your notifications. Thank you guys so much for watching. Lots of love, and I will see you guys next time.